At Chatsworth there's been a garden, to our certain knowledge, of a sort since the middle of the 16th century when Bess of Hardwick built the house, about 1551. Lots of generations left something there. The garden is 105 acres, so it's big. My parents came here in 1958, and my mother and father did a lot in bursts for the next 30 or 40 years. And then we've been here for about 9 years. The park and the garden are really all part of one thing. There's a ha-ha around it, there's balustrades rather than walls. And the idea was that the house, garden and park should be seen as one work of art. And that's very much what we believe is the right approach to looking at it in a sort of holistic way. So it's not a park with a garden inside it, with a house beside the garden. I think the most physically impressive is the Emperor Fountain, which Paxton put in the 1740s. The Duke had invited the Emperor of Russia to stay. They had about 6 months to organize something to impress the Emperor of Russia. And that's lovely. All the waterworks here are gravity fed. There's nothing pumped and recycled. So with the power of the water from the lake, they put turbines down in the garden, and that created enough electricity for the house, and that's still used. The first Duke had a tremendous lot of sculpture in the garden. We have some of those pieces still here. When we arrived, we added quite a lot more sculpture. The artists really love having their work here, and the visitors enjoy it very much. It also makes you look at the sculpture in a different way, because you can walk all the way around it, which you can't always do in a gallery. The wild azalea, technically called Rhododendron luteum, which is the yellow smelly one, would be the one I would choose as like a sort of signature plant. It really loves it here, and that grows well. And then there's the ravine, which we've completely replanted. There's a tree called Cercidophyllum japonicum, which is slow, but there's one my great-grandmother planted, which is about 40 feet high, and it's a very pretty tree all through the year when it comes out in the spring. And then in the autumn, when the leaves are beginning to die, there's a very strong smell of burnt caramel. It might be 50 or 80 feet away. And you suddenly get this very strong scent, and you can't think where it's coming from. I'm very fond of that, and we've planted quite a lot of it. When things work as well as you hope they work, when a design sort of comes together, when things don't die, is very satisfying. I think the difficulty is always to get plants to grow and to prosper. Planting in Derbyshire, you don't get an immediate effect. It's not like rehanging a wall with different paintings. Nature's quite a nuisance, really. But when it works, it's wonderful.